Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of power sports on YouTube. So today we're going to do a recap on our Porsche 944 LS swap, and the goal of this video actually has nothing to do with the Porsche. It is this new lapel microphone system that I'm trying to make sure is worth the money, because if it's not, I only have 15 days to return it. So again, welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of power sports on YouTube. This is our 1987 Porsche 944S, which has been completely gutted down to the frame and rebuilt with a L33, which is an aluminum truck block, 5.3 liter LS engine. It has a 7,200 RPM high performance cam with some very good dual valve springs, new rocker arms and rods. I did not change the lifters, so we might not be able to get all the RPM we want. We'll find out. 92 millimeter throttle body with a 50 millimeter, maybe 55 millimeter restrictor plate. Hopefully we can get rid of that after the first year. It's a Dorman LS2 intake. It's like a replica off a CTSV, I think, something like that. It's got custom setup on the belt, no power steering, no air conditioning, none of that bullshit, because it's a race car, not a grocery getter. So we've got a one-of-a-kind 2-inch DOM roll cage. So this roll cage is just by itself stronger than the whole car, and this car has legit frame rails, so that's saying a lot. We've got an NRG quick release Momo steering wheel. We got a CNC brand Hydro e-brake. We got a custom 3D printed shift linkage that I made myself. We got all of the brake system. We have dual brake masters, what was it, a 7/8 and a 5/8. Obviously the 7/8 is for the front, 5/8 for the rear to give us a good bias. And all of the reservoirs are hidden where the fuse box used to go. Got the original coolant tank. We got a custom radiator that's actually lower than the original, so we have to rebuild the skid plate. Right now we have a one strut is this really nice high-end rally coilover. However, I did my math wrong. So basically I don't know why I'm yelling because the microphone's right here, but basically I did the math wrong. So the coilover has a 2-inch lift and I only wanted a 1-inch lift. So I had to email them with a new CAD drawing, and hopefully I'm not going to get, it's going to be a lot of money because I need to get it rushed, like go, 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 you know, rush processing, go, go. So in the back, and hopefully the microphone's not cutting out from all this metal. So in the back we have a hatch which has been completely disabled, the locking mechanism's disabled, blah, blah, blah. So for safety, of course, there's a fuel pump shut-off switch in the back. It'll only shut the fuel pump off, so if there's an emergency, if somebody runs up to the car and the car's on its side, they can flip that switch and cut the fuel in case the engine's still running. Although the engine will have 2 oil pressure safety switches. There's one built into the block that communicates with the computer, and there will be a standalone oil pressure safety switch that will be connected directly to the relay on the fuel pump. So, you know, extra safe. There's still a lot of work to do. I haven't finished the fuel system. I haven't finished any of the electrical. I mean, there's not even a battery in the car, so we got to cut and redo the hood to fit all this extra stuff here. We'll probably have to cut the hood a little bit to fit like a strut bar or whatever. We got to do the exhaust still. I'm going to have a shop do the exhaust. I'm going to have a shop cut and re-weld these strut towers way thicker steel and have them tie them in to the frame most likely. And and I gotta do something with the rear suspension. I've got 30mm solid torsion bars, and I've got a bunch of solid bushings coming in with a spherical PTFE, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know what to do about jumping because I have some off-road shocks coming in, but you can't bottom out the shock. You need a hydraulic bump stop. The problem is the smallest hydraulic bump stop that I can find is a 2-inch stroke. And you're only supposed to do 20% of the up travel. And so if best case scenario, this suspension has 8 inches of travel, so 20% of half, so the up travel, it's less than 2 inches. So it's a problem because you don't want to ride those hydro bump stops because they suck. They're not made to be used unless you're really slamming down hard. So I don't know what to do. I have to do something to prevent damage to the suspension if we launch the car, and I haven't figured it out yet. And I got a turbo transaxle in the back with an oil cooler. I'm not sure what to do about protecting the oil cooler. I'm gonna have to build my own skid plate or something, I don't know. And trying to think what else. There's a lot of this stuff's just unspeakable, just the amount of work that it took. We're gonna have GT Racing headlights. They're 10 times, 100 times safer than the originals. We're gonna try and keep our washer fluid bottle so we can keep the windshield clear. We're going up to St. Louis to get a windshield because the local Safelite couldn't handle it. Oh, I need to cancel that appointment too. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. I mean, the car's at least rolling, you know, I can turn my wheel with the manual rack, the custom manual rack, and really I'm only making this video and talking for this wireless microphone system to make sure it's worth the money, you know, like, I mean, not that it matters. So as long as you're having fun and getting sideways. So anyway, I think I'm done testing this microphone and I'm tired and got to work tomorrow. So I will see you guys next time.